It is your favorite auditor, audit them, the one who encourages you to audit them. Alrighty. Make sure that we are live, audio clear. Alrighty, Jenny, Misfit Jenny. Hello there from across the pond. Man, that's some sad news what happened there in Australia. Prayers to the families for the innocent people. You know what I'm talking about? Alrighty, we're going to get on topic here. New auditor. Well, she's not a new auditor. She's been in the game for a while, but she's picked up a new strategy. You know what I'm talking about? So if everybody could please acknowledge in the comment section that you can hear the audio before we continue. World Peace says it was a psyop. I want to hear more data on that. I believe it. Honorable admiration. Hello there, Richard. How's it going? Guys, we're going to be reviewing a new strategic auditor who has effected some beautiful change, and if we could use her as an example on how to better ourselves in this world, right? We will all become better neighbors to each other if we go and we learn from her, right? So check this out. This is part of a 3-phase saga, and I want you guys to pay close attention to exactly what happens and occurs in here and what type of changes she affects, being acknowledged by her city attorney. And like I said, we could learn from this. I might pause the video a couple times to make a couple of opinions or statements, you know, speak some opinions, but overall I will also be probably fast forwarding through the video. But we have to learn the purpose behind this and what it stands for and why we should share this with our children, right? Because what she does here is she shows courage. She's a true patriot for America. And if you guys don't know who I'm referring to Accountability Angel from Illinois, right? And she came a long way from her auditing, man, believe me. So first thing we're gonna check out is, I put up a post about this yesterday and I wanted to get into it today, but as a matter of fact, I think I wanted to get into it late last night, but I did put a post about this yesterday, and we're here now. I just want to point this out, okay? And she is very wise, man. She's very calm, and she is very tolerant, Accountability Angel, because she could tell the employee that's acting reckless and belligerent to F off or piss off, but no, she keeps class with it. And look what it all leads into. Oh, Joe Blow, thank you so much, John Doe. Hey, T. Scully, hello there. Rich. Alrighty, guys. So what we're going to do here is we're going to watch the initial visit, right? Accountability Angel went to a city inquiring in requirements of the government. So I think this is it right here.
Member Jennifer Spratt, the city clerk in Oglesby,
okay.
Illinois.
Wait a minute. Yeah, no, this is the second visit. All right, we'll get to that. We're gonna skim through it. Alrighty. Let's see here. And this shows you just like what's really up. Okay. Oh, this is the first visit. All right. This is the first visit.
is it just... It's about time you all meet Jennifer Spratt, the new city clerk in Oglesby, Illinois. I must say it was interesting to realize that Jennifer hated me long before I ever walked through this door. Per Section 4 of the Illinois Freedom of Information Act, public bodies are required to...
Look how intelligent accountability angel is. She's showing the law to her followers so they could know exactly how in-depth this is, right? She's doing this in good faith. As a matter of fact, the law that she's showing is saying it's her duty to do this. Imagine anybody trying to discredit her. How we could play with whoever's trying to discredit her, right? So now look at, she's showing the law, and watch what ends up happening. This is a three-piece saga. Like, you can't just mention one part of this. You have to acknowledge what's really going on. You know, you can't try to deceive your followers to have them think that the accountability angel is doing something wrong and the employee is non-compliant, is supposed to be cherished. So watch this.
Prominently display numerous... It's about time you all meet Jennifer Spratt, the new city clerk in Oglesby, Illinois. I must say it was interesting to realize that Jennifer hated me long before I ever walked through this door. Per Section 4 of the Illinois Freedom of Information Act, public bodies are required to prominently display numerous items. The information shown here is required to be on display at the public body itself and on their website. Per the request of the city commissioners, I have provided the city of Oglesby with the full uncut version of this video. Approximately 15 minutes have been cut out due to time purposes. As you will see, the dialogue between myself and another city clerk employee was pleasant up until Jennifer arrived. Austin, a commissioner, has apologized on behalf of the city of Oglesby for Jennifer's behavior. There is no word if there is going to be any formal retraining. And get here.
You want to wait here for?
Yeah,
But I can get you right
I can
away.
wait 5 minutes or so for whatever you can gather in that time.
Look, pay close attention to how organized this new auditor is. It seems that she has her own paperwork, her own binder and pencil, how she's prepared. That's professional. Watch this.
So, they do not have anything displayed at all. The ladies here have always been good.
Pay attention to what she just said. She just showed the law moments ago, and now she just made a statement saying they do not have anything prominently displayed. So are they breaking the law, is what she's insinuating? Let's continue watching.
To me, but we do want to make sure they're in compliance. So,
And she said she wants to make sure they are in compliance. Well, if you read the preamble, she's doing just that. The actual law is saying that it's her duty to do this. It's a requirement of citizens to do what she's doing. The fact that other citizens are not doing what she's doing here is making the citizens look like they don't care about honest government. So let's continue watching this here. I mean, the fact that she wants to make sure this government entity is acting accountable and transparent by simply following their law, following the law, complying with the law, and showing their purpose and operating budget easily for anybody walking through the door. Additionally, online, 2 places, right? That's not something hard to comprehend or ask of. That's just overall what's required. And it's so patriotic that Accountability Angel is actually doing the duty of the lazy people that don't want to do it or think that it's stupid to do it or try to conflate it and make it seem that it's harmful. Why Accountability Angel is doing that? No, as a matter of fact, she's a legend. She's a hero, right? One time somebody came in the comment section and said the word taxpayer hero. She's a taxpayer hero, right? Now, let's continue watching what happens here.
that's what we're doing.
I figured it would be faster for me to look.
So they do not have anything displayed at all. The ladies here have always been good to me, but we do want to make sure they're in compliance. So that's what we're doing.
So she made her intentions clear. She said, we want to make sure that these people are in compliance. That's what we're doing. The first 1 minute, within the first minute and a half of this video, she gave the court, she gave the judge, she gave the viewers, she gave her children's children, she gave her legacy, telling the people her intentions, that she wants to come in and confirm that these folks are compliant with just one portion of the law, right? She's just bringing up section 4 right now, right? One of many things, right, in the queue. But so she's checking on that, and she's telling the judge and her viewers her intention, and there's nothing in the world that could try to destroy Accountability Angel or her message or her purpose of truth and realization and good faith. There's nothing that could try to conflate that to something other than honesty and necessity of what she is doing. Salute to her, right? So with that being said, we're going to continue watching here as she put out her intentions here. Now, think about it. She is a private person. She doesn't have to be this nice of the way she's presenting herself, or calm and courteous. She doesn't have to be like that, right? But she chooses to be like that. So let's continue watching.
I figured it would be faster for me to look through the website real quick.
Okay, and now that's cute. The first thing that this employee says, I think that it will be faster if we look through the website. So now look through the website means that she has to click on tabs and scroll. She has to actually take time to search out 9 items on a website. Versus if it was already on the wall, 4 pieces of paper, it would be just pointing your finger towards the direction. And the employees complied with their job. They pay money, they get paid to do their job, and they do it. Let's continue watching.
And to try to, some of this I'm not going to have just printable. This is.
And now she says some of this stuff I'm not just going to have printable. You have to see how in depth the psychological bad faith is, right? Of some employee that wants to make it so hard not to perform something that can and will be performed. The employee now is saying this might be something that we can't print. Come on, don't do that. It says in the law shall be prominently displayed, right? So we can't skip over these little things that are being claimed, each and every single claim. We can't skip that. We have to look at the reality behind it. We have to have the watcher. This is the jury sitting and watching and analyzing these people. The jury's going to say there's one person at fault here. The person that's at fault is the employee wearing the hoodie that just said the words, these are something we might not be able to print out. That's false. You're going to and will print out, right? So don't make that statement. But it's not just about accidentally making this statement. This is a training that a lot of employees already have built in them to give you numerous steps of run around, even if you have the law in your hand or it's well established and you're actually standing in the right, exercising your right, confirming that the government officials collecting their full paycheck but not performing 100% of their duty, right? So let's continue watching here how in depth this is, right? But at the end of the day, this is what's happening. Is that Accountability Angel, she's a patriot. So watch this.
The employees that wherever you, I can't remember which one it was about the employees, full and part-time employees.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here, number 5. But all the rest so far I found on the website. I mean, I don't have, some of this I don't have printable, like that I could just quick print. Otherwise I'm going to be typing up of several of these things.
No, I gotcha. Is it just a full like roster of everybody? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Accountability Angel, she's so sharp. She doesn't want to cut off the employee from saying whatever the employee is going to come up with, right? Because they'll come up with anything. Accountability Angel, she's so calm. She's just saying, yeah, let this employee keep yapping and yapping, but nothing from that yapping is going to be successful until the employee actually complies with just this portion of the request. Something fairly easy. But since it's so easy, why would the employee go out of their way to make it so hard for a concerned citizen is my question. Why would an employee do that? Let's continue watching.
It's just names.
See, General, could I have a copy of it? But
You can have, I mean, you can have this.
okay. Yeah, I didn't know if that was like your.
No, it's just names. You just took the addresses off.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. For that though, generally, what would be sufficient even would just be like the number of like part-time people working here,
Four.
full-time, or even the approximate. you know.
Four. It's four part-time and the minus whatever, however many are there, that would be full-time.
Okay. So if you guys could work on, I'd say give it 30 days from today for, so you can look into that and make sure I'm not just full of it or whatever, to have it properly displayed as you guys are required to. That would be great. And also on your website, since you do maintain, I know that some of it you do have on there, but
It's
all of
all
it.
on there besides the list of employees. Everything is on there.
Is it prominently displayed? I did look on my phone, so I know sometimes it shows up a little.
It's definitely prominently
different.
displayed on the website. It's very easy to find all the
I
things that you're
just went through
asking
and
for.
searched. I just
Yeah.
went through and did like the search at the top.
Yeah, there's a search at the top that lets all of
That's
the
how I
information you
found-
ask for get.
Do you have to type it all in?
Well, like I typed in.
You can
maps.
type it in, or you can just do the look around and find where it's all at. It's all available on our website easily if you know how to navigate a website, basically.
Is it on the main page?
Most of it, yeah, and you can get to it from the main page. The doing business explains everything. Properties for development, properties for lease, economic development, zoning and incentives, demographics, chamber of commerce, the city services, city council, city boards, departments, municipal codes and ordinances, building codes, transparency. If you go under the transparency website, sign is actually where most of our stuff is. When you go there, you can it pops you into another screen that brings up appropriations, which is the one thing that you're looking for the budget, our audits, employee benefit statements, employee compensation reports, financials, tax levies, union contracts, wage ordinances, and our contractor license.
See, so now let me pause this just for a minute to make a claim. Let me make a claim here. The time it's taking this employee to show passive aggression is number one. Number two, she's a brand new employee there, about 2 weeks working there with that passive aggressive. Number two, right? That's not really ethical. Number three, and she'll get worse, don't worry. Number three is that this employee shouldn't be wasting her time reading this stuff out aggressively with passive aggressive off her website. The employee should have had her due diligence done and already have that piece of paper on the wall instead of have to read it out loud. And if it was on the wall, all the employee would have to do is point, say, "Madam, this is what you're looking for, it's on the wall." Right? So you see, these are the real things that are going to be broken down into the courtroom, and the jury is going to take into consideration. They're going to say this is a dispute between two parties. A FOIA officer that's paid to perform 100% under her duty, which she has not at that time, versus a citizen simply inquiring in FOIA, which is the FOIA Act is telling her it's her duty, right? Accountability Angel, so professional and calm. Jury will not say she's causing a disruption or harassing anybody. Jury would say she's there doing her inquiry, which is the duty of the people. Jury would say this fault is with the actual, anybody with reasonable sense would say the fault is with the actual employee here. And I'm not just going to say this to say it. I'm going to show that the actual attorney for the city hall agrees with Accountability Angel on this point, right? And how later this all gets resolved and how it could get resolved before court. That's the good call. It could get resolved before court. So now watch this.
Applications. It's all on the website.
Right. And does it have...
You see, it's all on the website, and now look at her eyes, like she's so irritated. No, it's not. This is the message that Angel's telling you, that it's also required to be on your website. But the employee would fight so hard to garnish hatred from the other employees that you, as a customer, are the pest. You should not be there. So now they're angry at the customer. Everybody's angry at the customer. But what is the customer bringing to your attention? Right? Now let's continue watching here. So you see, they confuse that, and it makes it sound like the auditor is the bad one, right?
It does. Whatever you're going to ask, it does.
Man.
Well, you didn't listen to what I was going to ask. Anyway, does it have the short summary of each of the public bodies' purpose?
Yeah, it does, right on the main page of the website, actually, on that
Awesome.
one. It says, main page of the Oglesby website. Located at the gateway of Starved Rock State Park, Oglesby takes pride in its small town feel and wide-ranging amenities, interstate access, community college, lively festivals, tourism traffic, and vibrant downtown filled with independent businesses are typical features only associated with much larger communities. What makes Oglesby so unique is the undeniable sense of belonging you find here. Because of the intimacy of small towns, residents tend to be community-minded. There are year-round parades, festivals, and other gatherings where neighbors join together for celebrity traditions, good schools, affordable cost of living, culture, entrepreneurial vibe, low crime, easy access to outdoor, family-friendly environment. Oglesby truly does check all the boxes. The city of Oglesby in the Illinois Valley region is ideal for new businesses and the relocation or expansion of existing operations. With infrastructure in place and proximity to interstate rail, barge, and air, Oglesby makes for excellent business opportunities. Many incentives are also offered through Enterprise Zone and TIF districts. Oglesby supports a thriving downtown business district, perfect entrepreneurs of all size. Over 3 million tourists visit Starved Rock annually, making Oglesby downtown one of the most frequent central Illinois. That explains what we do. Also, if you go down farther, it talks about the different things, the trash collection, think big. We have a bunch of stuff on there.
So you see Angel, she's so calm. She's like, okay, employee, keep performing, employee, whatever you come up with, however your body language shows on the camera, keep doing you, is what Accountability Angel's saying, right? But in the end of the day, you guys is going to see what's going to happen.
Yeah. That was right on the front page, too. I can't believe you missed it.
No, yeah, you're right. Well, that's why it's supposed to be posted here. Some of us, I'm not saying whether I am or not, or
I think we all know, though,
what
you are.
What am I?
A citizen journalist, I believe, is what it's called.
Yeah. That's not actually, that's actually not how I'm acting today. Yes, does it also show the block diagram for the functional subdivisions on there?
It does. It does.
Could you print that?
I sure can. Give me just 1 minute.
Are you the FOIA, the
I am.
designated FOIA officer? What was your name, honey?
Jennifer Spratt.
Jennifer Spratt. Thank you.
I actually can't print it. It doesn't give me that ability, but I can look.
Oh, how wonderful, how wonderful. Give me another claim. Give me more claims. Keep going.
Look through and print you one. We also have them prominently displayed right back there.
Is that the, that's for the city though, right?
She's wrong. She points. So think about this logic here, guys. Think about this. You see, everything has to be analyzed here. She points, the employee points and says, yeah, they're actually right there displayed too. So first of all, that's not a block diagram there. That's something else. It's not a block diagram. It's not an organizational chart. But let's say that it was like she pointed, It's behind the counter. It's not conspicuous to the customer's eye. So you see, it's all wrong, man. It's just all wrong. You know what I'm talking about? And you're going to see overall, Accountability Angel, she's all right, man. She's all right. You see, this is something that is amazing. It's beautiful, the freedom of the people, God, Jesus Christ, a patriot like Accountability Angel. That's the good thing. That's the gift that will keep on giving, right? That's the gift that will keep on giving. So now let's continue watching.
These zoning map shows everything.
Yeah, what I'm
look,
referencing.
and then look, this zoning map, she says, seconds later. Here's JC. JC, what up, though? She says this zoning map. This is not the word that Angel selected. Angel selected block diagrams, what she said is what require of the law. So you see, the employee, she just wants to keep performing in front of the camera. Good. Which is the right of Angel, the citizen, right? To monitor government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest. To record government officials in the official course of their duty. We need to clone new auditors like Angel.
Walnut Street, the TIP district.
Yeah, what I'm referencing is more, it's not that at all, actually. It's like for your functional subdivisions. So like say, you know, you got City Hall here, but you got different entities in City Hall and different people and functions for those. So that's supposed to be displayed. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know how to.
Confused.
It's laid out in there.
See, she said she's confused. No problem. No problem. But don't try to make it appear, if the employee's confused and she said she's confused, don't make it appear that the customer is the one who's at fault or the customer doesn't know what they're talking about, right? The customer in this sense is the patriot, right? So let's continue watching.
Sometimes I can't relay my thought properly.
Divisions of the city, like the council, that all on here as well. There's a departments list that says police, fire, ambulance, public works. It's all on there.
Is it a diagram? Like a block diagram?
Why would you need a block diagram?
Hey, honey, you gotta.
See, all right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's pause it right here. We have to take every single item in consideration. This is what they want to know. She said, the employee now just said, why do you want to see a block, or what do you want with a block diagram? This way, the employee is trying to discredit Angel. First of all, the FOIA Act says you don't have the right as an employee to know what the purpose is of the requester or why he's requesting that item. So that's one fault, one wrong right there, an additional wrong from the employee. She doesn't have the right to ask the customer why she wants to inspect this record. Second of all, again, it should already be on display, right? This is the second thing. And then this is just a way to for her to keep on bashing on the customer. That's all it is. The employee's built up in her heart that she has disdain for the customer, and every single spindle or swindle that she can get, she will continue to keep on bashing on the customer, right? But in the end, you're going to see what's going to happen. Watch this. Everything has to be addressed. Every single thing has to be addressed. So you could see where's the people at with it. Why would she want to perform in this performance? No problem. This is why, like Joe Cool says, the biggest court of opinion is the people. So the people are speaking about this. This is why she made a big number. You know? She made a big number when she released this video because the people are watching and the people know what's going on. The follow-up that she did not get too many numbers on her channel. But now we're going to show you, we're going to piece all three of these videos together, and we got to boost this clip up for like SJ, J Cool, Joe Cool, you know, the big channels, Rogue Nation. And once they take these 3 pieces that I'm getting ready to show you of this interaction, this will wake the masses up to say, hey, look, this is just one seed that can be planted per public body, per government entity. The first thing that Accountability Angel does in here is she puts the seed of having these people show their money, having these people show their purpose, right? She's having these people come out of the dark. She's actually putting the light on them and having them come show the light their purpose. So this is a wonderful thing, how she gets employees to be able to twist these employees from nasty disdain into come in compliance with fake niceness later. Okay, good. We'll accept fake niceness and compliance. We'll accept that. No problem. Right? But at the end of the day, this has to take place. Item by item, county by county, township by township. Right? So let's continue watching here on this 3-piece. This is a 3-piece. We're going to merge it together.
I don't know how to say this,
Let me
but
look into it and please return at a different date.
Hey.
Thank you.
excuse
Oh, that's good. Now the employee said, okay, fine, I'll look into it later and then you could come back later. Thank you. And the employee turned her back, telling the customer to go fuck herself. See the good, great disdain? This is good, excellent disdain. And you have bootlickers that actually think this attitude is okay. They encourage this type of behavior from the government employee. Good for them. Public press is another one. Public press is another one. Here's Accountability Angel. Accountability Angel, now she's able to put on her about section about her channel that says she helps government bodies come into compliance. She's so fucking nice that she doesn't even have to say these government employees try shitting on her and calling tyrants on her and take her rights away. She doesn't have to mention that. She simply shows what she's doing. She helps government bodies come in compliance with portions of FOIA, right? While she's taking all that other abuse from these government servants. And then public press, he's another one, like I said. JC says, I met government employee at, almost forgot audit them. I met a government employee and she asked if I know you. She wants you to know that her township shows your vids and are in complete compliance. Oh man, salute to you. The Lake County Bar Association has created a training. There's a few, you know, here and there's that see what's up, man. They really see that, hey, no, you know what, just love your neighbor. This is what my channels, this is what Accountability channel is churning out to be, right? So this is what makes her top patriarch. This is what makes guys like Public Press. There's a couple guys from the South, auditors from Illinois, that they're picking up the knowledge. Yeah, the laws are going to be influenced real soon. We have something prepared for that identifier, right? The state, they want to cover up, they want to bash on faithful people like Angel, they want to bash on faithful people like me, or like JC or Public Press. You know, they want to bash on the citizen that's doing the right, exercising their right. And then you have other YouTuber channels that they collab with these miscreants, that they collab and they try to limit your right, take away from your right, bash on your right, clown on your right. But in the end of the day, all we could do is use this as a teaching. So let's continue to learn from the Patriot Accountability Angel.
me.
Yes.
I just want to let you know that she treated me very well, but I don't like the way you've talked to me, and I think you've been very condescending, because I've been nothing but kind over all of these that you did.
And then you saw how she put her eyes when she said, I saw you were condescending. The employee looked like, oh my God, excuse me, I'm allowed. Look at how she put her eyes. Excuse me, I'm allowed to be condescending. You asked me for 2 requests and I'm eligible to huff and puff.
I just want to let you know that she treated me very well, but I don't like the way you've talked to me, and I think you've been very condescending. Because I've been nothing but
And you see, and Accountability Angel, she's so faithful that she's saluting the other employees. She's saying, no, this employee did fairly fair, right? But the issue is with you. I'm a private person, a free citizen, and I have the right to come in here and say, hey, how I feel, suggestion slip about how I feel these employees performed today, right? Forget about FOIA. Without FOIA, how does the employee respond for me asking for a business card, right?
kind over all of these that you did not have. All right, you.
Oh, and then another good thing, Accountability Angel makes it clear. I'm just checking for compliance of these things that you don't have, and the employee acknowledges. She says, yes, in a way like, yes, we don't have them. We don't give a fuck. We're not going to take no action.
Especially if you're the designated FOIA officer, it's your job.
FOIA'd me anything though yet.
No. This.
And then she's saying, you didn't FOIA anything. For the past 20 minutes, 8 minutes, as Angel has been telling you, this is required to be already displayed. Displayed doesn't mean in a binder behind the counter or even in a binder on a table on page 2 or 3. I mean, imagine they put it in a binder and try to convince you that it's prominently displayed. Does that mean that the purpose is somewhere on page 2, 2.5, or 3? Should I go to page 4 inside the binder to look for the about section, right? Should there be a cover, having a binder, having these items in a binder? Is that a cover over it when it's in a binder? And should the FOIA officer information that's required to be displayed prominently, should that be somewhere in I should search for it on page 6 inside of your binder? Or should it be conspicuous, prominently displayed? Very simple. Very, very simple. Instead of how simple that is, they pull felonies and they try to harm you. Right? They'll harm you and they'll do felonies for something very simple. Let's continue watching.
I don't have to FOIA any of this. This is supposed to be prominently displayed here.
And it is.
No, it's not on the website. I actually don't have internet at home. I don't use internet at home.
So please return with a FOIA. And
See, and then Angel said she doesn't have internet at home. Whether she does or not, that means nothing. The employee took that as her win. She said, oh, I'm going to disagree. So the employee is saying that, no, you do have internet at home. That's beyond the point. It's not about having internet at home or not. Section 5 further speaks about that, but let's continue.
and I will get all the information.
No, I don't need a FOIA for this. You're non-compliant, honey.
Oh, Rogue Nation. This is Accountability Angel. We're going to be reviewing 3 portions. Her initial visit, which was this one. We're going to be watching a council meeting briefly of what her attorney says according to this visit, right? Referencing Angel. And we're going to watch the 3rd revisit real briefly. If you guys would all stick around and keep spamming the comment section. I don't know if I'm going to merge all 3 of these into one hot clip too, but I want to shoot that out towards you guys. Rogue Nation, SJ, the big channels, JC, all the big guys. Because Angel is a patriarch that you folks have to push, right? And just keep watching the saga here. I believe like this is a real seed that needs to be planted in the soil of people. And holding government accountable. If they take the lead of Angel, they will realize that this is the win way. This is the real win with result way. I'm telling you, look what she has.
You have 30 days to be compliant.
My name is Jennifer Spratt. You may refer to me as Jennifer. Or
Okay, dear.
Spratt. Thank you.
I'm sorry you're having a bad day, but don't rub it off on me. You actually ruined this whole thing for yourself. Very rude. Okay, Wow. Well, I forget the first gal's name. She did a good job, but Jennifer.
No, public press, it's not. DMV is hard to crack. What I think what you mean by that is the DMV, what you're referring to is the DMV is hard to get in compliant. No, that's not the problem. The problem is folks like JC, folks like Rogue Nation, folks like Accountability Angel, they're putting it into work. But it's not, it ain't enough. We need to talk behind closed curtains, and we need to say, hey, look, for Florida, this is the strategy. For Illinois, this is the strategy. We have to utilize FOIA. We have to read FOIA for the people per state. This is what public press has to be doing right now. He has to be reading his FOIA for his people, and he has began doing that. JC, give JC about another month. He'll start in the new year. He wants to read the new legislation. He was waiting for that. And now we got the top patriarch in the chat as well. We have to get Angel in here. We have to get Angel in here. SJV, we got all the big guys in here. Rogue Nation. SJ, if you just came in now, what I have been bringing here is a Accountability Angel. She's a new auditor. When I say new, she's been in the game, but she picked up a new strategy now. And I believe that her methods, her strategic ways, is the way that will plant the seed with all American citizens to simply go and check with government, right? In every state, it has a different procedure, but in an effort to work with government and do the right thing, this is a three-piece of results, what I want to show everybody here. And SJ and Rogue Nation, Joe Cool, the big top guys, if you guys would consider watching her work, right? The 3 videos are on her channel. I want to merge them together for you, or maybe, you know, advise her to do that and shoot it out to you guys. But we're going to look through it real quickly. And the only reason why I have an opinion on this is because, you know, I audit too. All auditors should really have an opinion on Accountability Angel with this story specifically. Let's continue watching.
Did a terrible job. I could tell she was being nasty. I was just waiting for her to blow up. I knew she would. Saw that coming. That's disappointing, actually. They were, at least overall, did very well until Jennifer went on a rampage. Here, let me fill this out real quick. Are you cussing back there? Did you say fucking rampage? That is so professional, I almost want to vomit. Do you have a title aside from FOIA officer, Jennifer? See, I was nothing but kind and courteous, and look how Jennifer behaved, like an animal.
It was a front page, too.
Jennifer, I actually have a FOIA for you. But what I was asking for, what you're required to do per the law, not per me, still stands as it is. I don't need to put a FOIA in for that.
Hey, big channel guys, I get it. You might not have the time to sit there and do the research. The guys like JC, Rogue Nation, SJ, let me do the work for you. Find out in your state what the requirement is. We'll set up a platform to really kick the auditors off in the right inquiry. It's not in all 50 states, but there's many states that have similar law, which it's through FOIA, basically. It's bringing forth honesty. This is what Angel, why she's a top patriarch, because she's bringing forward honesty. Now watch this.
Do you want your FOIA available?
Yes, ma'am, I'm writing it.
Great, thank you.
I think this is like the flyer, and then this is
So what I told Zoe was just to make sure that if you're going to do it,
Do you have a FOIA form for the city form? Can I have 2, please?
make sure that if it's going to be coming from an elf, that when you do the letter going
Oh.
back, that comes from an elf.
right.
You're saying it's
That was on my list to ask her. Do we want to do elf, Mrs. Claus, or
Yeah, just make sure that
Santa?
it's
I mean, it
consistent
could
when
come.
you send
Why
it out.
put it in? It could, okay. Okay. That wasn't an option that she wrote, so I didn't know.
Is she the city clerk?
I said.
I don't recall.
Okay. I don't think.
Well, since they don't have the physical address displayed, I guess I'm gonna have to ask Jennifer. So, here are all the things we are requesting.
I like this behind stuff, this.
Man, what we need to do, guys, is we need to, like, I don't know, 5, 6 to 10 guys, the top 10 guys, we need to do an email chain and to share opinions and shit like that. I'm gonna have to reach out to the top guys like that, because we could all learn from each other. And the fact that we aren't at least once a month corresponding with each other about ideas and stuff like that, and we have to plug in Public Press too. He's one of them guys that are digging in the work, right, in the laws and all that. So we have to already be corresponding with each other once a month, once every whatever quarter, just to say, hey, look, new ideas in the auditing, what we believe, this and that. Okay, cool, yeah, let's continue to do the post office, whatever we gotta talk about, but we already should be doing that. So I don't know, I have to additionally now seek out the next 10, 15 guys, put a chain convo together and say, look, this is what we have in mind, right? So we could continue to progress, because that's what SJ stands on. He sees that, he got faith. SJVT, he says, nah, he knows 12,000 auditors by name, right? SJ, he's able to make a phone call and say, no, look, this is the new direction, right? Because he stands for the auditing is that holding government honest, right? So the auditors that are right now linked up, people like Rogue Nation, he's part of that charter. That's the charter he believes in. He believes the law is written beautiful and well for the people, what I believe in, but it's just specific. Some government employees abuse and pervert the laws. Anytime you listen to people like Rogue Nation and he's saying facts and he's putting his metaphors and he's speaking on these panels, he gives you a way to think about these things that are very eye-opening, and that, like, he's relating this to statistics and numbers, and he's embracing freedom is what he's doing. He embraces freedom. So is the fact that he wants to actually help people learn from their right, know their right, this is good garnishing convo back and forth once a month. Let's continue watching.
She's getting it for you, and then after we give you that, we'll have you all the information in 5 days.
Well, besides this, right? That's supposed to be here now, but I'll give you 30 days before I come back as a courtesy.
Salute to you. Salute to, yeah, Susan Bassey. She's top patriarch. She's top patriarch. Susan Bassey got to be on that list, going back and forth. Hey, look, do you have output on this? Right? There's a lot of auditors out there. They might, in the top guys that are in that chat CC, they might need a question about, something in that region, right? Hey, look, public record, she's a monster. We have to consider 2026 in a way of result. We have to get result, right? And we have to first plant a seed. Take note from what Angel is doing here and how this three-piece all aligns together. But people like, in Colorado, they got a different code. People in New York, they got a different code. Chapter 119, they got a different code. No problem. But that doesn't mean don't read it for your people. It's already been 4 years. I haven't seen an auditor from 9,000 auditors, one of them, maybe two, read their FOIA for their follower. If your FOIA is 60 pages, good. Break it down into a reading once every 2 weeks. Do a 1-hour reading. If you want to crush it through, break it down into 1 week and read it for your people. But we need all auditors, each and every single auditor per 50 state. One auditor. Say the top guy, he doesn't got time to do this right now. He's busy. One auditor of his state got to do it. Right? But at the same time, when each auditor reads his FOIA law per his state for his followers, they will be more informed, and this will really step them up overall, right? Let's continue watching.
Anyway, what's the physical address here? I don't see it displayed anywhere it's supposed to
110
be.
East, it's in the front. 110 East Walnut.
Do you treat others this way or just me?
I don't feel that I'm treating you any differently than I would
Are you
anyone
this?
else.
Are you the city clerk?
I am the city clerk. I'm new.
Oh my God, you were voted in?
No, ma'am, I don't live in this town. This is a appointed position.
Oh yeah. I forgot you guys. All right. Walnut Street.
Yeah.
Okay. These are 3 separate FOIA requests. Can I have you make a copy and give me a copy? Jennifer,
Between all of us, hopefully we can figure it out.
who appointed her? The mayor, I'm assuming. I'd like to show.
Okay.
I don't think this is going to go the way Jennifer thought it was going to go. She's the one that's not compliant with all this.
Okay, and there you go.
You do, did you have your yearly FOIA training?
I just completed it, yes.
Awesome. And you are unaware of what's required in Section 4?
Yes, I was.
Unaware? Mm-hmm. Is that what you treat? But you understand.
And you see, now she says, oh, like now Angel, what she's doing as Angel is a citizen right now, she's almost like cross-examining. That's Joe Cool's specialty. Now Angel is cross-examining the clerk. He's saying, Miss Clerk, did you receive FOIA training? She says yes. And she got her to confirm that she did not comply with this portion of the law. So you see, this is very powerful of a citizen to be able to, make sure that the next vote and all that voting stuff is going to come to an informed decision. She's really bringing her community on watch.
Understand that I don't have to FOIA.
I'm gonna skim through it, guys. We're gonna go through it real quick. Just this is probably gonna be another 30 minutes, so we're gonna skim through it. Within this next 30 minutes, here we are. We're almost finished with the initial visit. We're gonna now watch what happened at her council meeting, what took place, and what the staff members had to say in this regard. And the third visit after that is going to be the revisit, which is Rogue Nation's specialty. Now let's continue watching this.
FOIA this stuff, right?
Right, and I understand it's readily available to you right now currently.
Would I have to go to the library and pay to print it off?
No, you can.
Oh, go ahead and print anything else off that you didn't provide me.
I'm unable to print some of the things off the website.
Why?
But we will take care of all of this for you.
How am I supposed to be able to at the library?
Thank you for your FOIA.
How am I supposed to be able to print that at the library?
You can review it. If it was posted here, you wouldn't be able to print it either.
No, but actually I could have you make a copy.
See, and she just wants to, she just can't help herself from be cocky, the employee. She said, even if it was posted, you won't be able to print it out too. So she's giving her more ways to feel sympathy. But let's think about that claim or that statement. Sure, even if it was printed, yes, she will, Accountability Angel, she will get copies for free because it says that in the law, shall make these available via USPS or if requested. Other than that, in Illinois, the first 50 pages are for free. So you see, the employee, it just has that in her spirit. Not just this employee, maybe many employees have this built in them, training in them, that just to keep on continuously bashing on the customer or running around on the customer or threatening with police or tyranny or removal. But it's very devastating and frightening when patriarchs like Angel got the tallest purpose. Her purpose is the superior duty of this entire government, right? Why are the doors open if they're not complying with what the patriarch is bringing to their attention? Angel.
Copy. Can you tell me who appointed you and their contact information?
I was actually appointed by it was voted on by all of the committee.
What
the
committee?
Commission, the board.
Hi, good morning. Oh,
Okay, all of them voted?
Mm-hmm.
And can you print me off their contacts? Is that on the website?
Yes, that is actually on the website as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't feel like going to another location and printing off and paying 20 cents a page when all of that's.
I put Mike in a timeout. Mike, I'm not sure who you are. This is the first time I see you. I put you out in 10-second timeout. Let's focus. If you folks are going back and forth on comments about other things, this means you're not paying close attention to what a patriarch like Accountability Angel is doing, right? Let's focus on this message right now, because this is how we need to continue to know of and to continue to grow, right? We have to pay attention to where we're achieving results from, what area. Angel, she's receiving result. She got a reason for receiving result. So let's pay close attention to this. This will probably be up in the next 28 minutes.
Supposed to be readily available. And what's what's her name? She was very kind. I want to give her Patty. That's what it was. I knew it. Patty did an excellent job, and I wish you would have continued that. She was a great representation of Oglesby, but I am pretty ashamed of the way you treated me. Thank you, Patty. You really did your city a disservice. No wonder you don't live here.
And now look at how much authority Angel got in her voice. Look at how much authority. As a matter of fact, the judge should be proud of Angel's authority in her voice by saying, you did your city a disservice. That's the highest authority right there. Accountability Angel, she's the highest authority marker in that establishment at that time of non-compliance. At that time of non-compliance, she's got the moral stand.
I don't think your fellow employees are going to be very happy with this. I don't think all the men that appointed you are either. Jennifer Spratt. You know what's sad is I really thought this was going to be a good one.
Here you go, ma'am. You have a good rest of your day, and we'll have this for you in 5
Hey,
days.
you have the day you deserve, okay? I hope it gets better. Whatever's wrong with you at home, don't bring it to work. That's what they always tell all of us. You see what she gave me. So, if anybody has an issue with the way Jennifer Spratt has treated me, here's the main.
See now, guys, look at the breakdown behind this, right? You see this guy's picture here. You see his name and his phone number. This has to be on display conspicuous because it gives the people an opportunity to come and address, come and know of. Why did the law why did they write that in the law? Is because they want to promote open government. But instead, these government actors that are paid 100% of their duty, not performing 100%, are concealing these public records. They're not on display. They claim they're on the website. That's not good enough. So if they're concealing these, the question is it intentional or reckless? That's what's written in the law. And that's a felony. So you see, these things they're very deep. The beautiful part is a patriarch like Angel. She gets these people to tape these things on the wall, comply with their job, to afford the hundreds of thousands of people walking through those doors after her to be able to stumble on these things and make informed decisions, revolving their futures, revolving their government, revolving their township, a better government, more informed citizenship. So this is the power, is the FOIA, I'm telling you. And patriarchs like Angel is what we could learn from.
Mayor and his contact information. Jason Curran. Here's Austin.
Okay, good. If that's the case, I walk into the public body, I see Austin's information. I want to get a hold of the Commissioner of Accounts, right? I want to email him. I don't want to go there and waste my time going back and forth with an employee trying to shit on a customer and show disdain on a customer, make them wait 30 minutes. No, this should be already up. Don't waste my time and you know, this is just a seed. Put these things on display. Now we're going to inquire in your entire career. If need be.
Tess, is that what you said? Okay.
Just like a police officer, when a police officer pulls someone over on the side of the road, if the police officer senses any nervous from the passenger or from the driver, any sense of nervous, the police officer now wants to dig in and go in further and fish further, right? Okay, fine. An auditor walks in auditing. If an employee seems nervous or non-compliant, now the auditor wants to dig into that employee's entire career. You see? Which is their right to do so. And then Mike Webb says, yeah, I'm subscribing. Mike, I'm not sure who you are, but we'll go ahead and put you in another... We'll give you a 10-minute timeout.
Here's Rich.
Okay, beautiful. And then, you know, whatever.
Office.
Let's speed it up.
So we got that. There's my copy. Yeah, the fees are not on there. Hey, Jennifer, can I ask one more question? What a shame, man. She ruined that. And as you see, it doesn't matter how nice you are. If somebody is an angry beaver, they're going to be an angry beaver.
Can I help you with something else?
Did you have the fees in case I wanted to get something a little more voluminous that may cost me some more money?
Yeah, I can check for you. Hold on.
Yeah, I think I asked you for that before when you're being mean to me. You got to quit mistreating people because actually you're going to see yourself on here and you're not going to seem very good. But Patty was excellent. And actually, every time I've ever been here before, I've been treated with kindness and respect. And because I chose to show you your shortfalls instead of just turning you in, I don't understand your behavior. When were you appointed, Jennifer?
I started work here at the beginning of September.
At the beginning of September. And you're behaving this way already? Is this a hostile working environment for the other women in this office? I'm really disappointed in you. I've never been mistreated in Oglesby yet in all this time. I've been doing this for a long period of time. Never been mistreated.
And you see, that's beautiful. She says, oh no, I could have just churned you in. I believe what she's referring to is she'll notify the Attorney General, hey, this FOIA officer may be intentionally or recklessly concealing these public records. Well, based off my camera and recording, did the employee seem reckless in her behavior? Did her motivations or body language tell me that this may be intentional?
If you had it on the wall, you wouldn't need to ask her. I expect you to reevaluate the way you're treating people, because I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to treat me that way, honey, okay? Before you blow a gasket over that again. See, nobody else here has ever been sideways. But Jennifer comes along in September and thinks she's just cooler than horse shit. And she's back there cussing. What were you saying? Fucking what? I heard you say it. I gotta go back and look before I post how terrible you were for your local people to see. But at least Patty saved the day. At least Patty looks like an awesome employee. I've been here 35 minutes and she still can't tell me how much it would cost me to, say, get a DVD or a drive for something I would need.
Alrighty, guys. Now we are getting into the second portion of it, which is the council meeting. Yeah, I think it's this one right here. This is amazing, guys. So you guys watch the first visit, watch what happens next.
I'm sure many of you remember Jennifer Spratt, the city clerk in Oglesby, Illinois, who was appointed back in September and mistreated me as of just a few weeks ago during my First Amendment audit and Section 4 compliance check. Well, we
Oh, not only did she mistreat you, Angel. Not only did she mistreat you, she possibly intentionally or recklessly failed to perform a mandatory duty required by law. She potentially concealed the public record, which is a felony. Oh, you see the logic behind it. So this is so deep here, man. But a patriarch like Accountability Angel, watch what happens.
We have some major updates regarding Miss Jennifer, but first let me show you a little peek as to how she treated me before.
On there.
Awesome.
Yeah. That was right on the front page too. I can't believe you missed it.
No, yeah, you're right. Well, that's why it's supposed to be posted here. Some of us. Oglesby's most recent council meeting following my bleed here.
And it is.
No, it's not. Let's take a look at the city of Oglesby's most recent council meeting following my visit. The manual here speaking is Austin Cullinan, the commissioner that Jennifer reports to.
We were admittedly behind.
Yeah, public press, let me slow you down. Official misconduct is when an employee either intentionally or recklessly fails to perform a mandatory duty required by law. So in this essence, that's a misdemeanor. What is the failure to perform? It's posting up a couple pieces of paper, right? This is an official misconduct. The question is it intentional or reckless? So their advisory body had common sense to investigate, look into those inquiries that Angel brought up. They had the sense and decency to look into these claims and allegations and take action, fix that before it got to court. Now, this is what we're reviewing is the second portion. Watch what their attorney says. And you're going to find out if Angel is in the right, exercising her right, or if the employee could legally shit on people and laugh and make a mockery. Right? This is crazy, man. Watch this.
On some required postings, compliance-related things.
Oh, and then you see here comes the attorney. Oh, this is in regards to... But this is a good thing that they're bringing this about. Watch this. Let me rewind it. You know, what the attorney should say, he said, oh, these are just requirements. No. We're going to break it down here. Watch.
That Jennifer reports to.
We were admittedly behind on some required postings, compliance-related things. And
now, when he says we were admittedly, okay, I don't know, when he says admittedly, in what fashion did he mean admittedly? Was it from Jennifer the clerk's admission, saying it on camera? And now, when he says we were a little, is 40 years a little bit far behind of non-compliance since the enact was enacted? Or the law was written, right? We're going to break down every part here because this just says it all in the fucking thousands of visits.
in City Hall. I'd like to thank Angel Farmer for bringing these to our attention, and I believe we have sufficiently remedied them to be in line with state statute. If you take a look over
Okay, beautiful. Let me pause it real quick so we could salute to the patriarch Angel. The attorney says, you guys heard it clearly. He said, okay, we want to thank the citizen, Angel, for bringing this to our attention. And now he's going to tell you how they developed. Watch.
We renamed it, we named it actually the Compliance Corner, and so there's a variety.
Oh, we named it the Compliance Corner, right? And they went ahead and put up, watch this. So Angel, what she basically did is she made these folks spend money, important money, which if they haven't, they could have potentially been charged for felony, concealment of public record, and official misconduct, and many other things, right? So she actually made them comply with the law, right? We'll watch the whole video.
Of different compliance or in line with state statute. If you take a look over
council meeting following my visit. The man you'll hear speaking is Austin Cullinan, the commissioner that Jennifer reports to.
We were admittedly behind on some required postings, compliance-related things in City Hall. I'd like to thank Angel Farmer for bringing these to our attention, and I believe we have sufficiently remedied them to be in line with state statute. If you take a look over at the board, we renamed it, we named it actually the Compliance Corner, and so there's a variety of different compliance or documents that we're required to have per state statute posted there. So we were missing a few things. We got it up to snuff.
Now that that's over, let's see how Jennifer's apology went. I didn't exactly believe she was sorry about anything, but I will say she was kind of my little sidekick while we were there that day.
I did give you some things for obviously your feedback on our postings, and actually all that stuff over there has been improved and updated, so you can take a look at it.
Oh good, I was rushing in here so I didn't even look.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you missed your opportunity. I apologize about that.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, thank you again. As Austin, so I'm not sure when you walked in, but Austin did make a mention that we've updated a lot of things on the board. So I do appreciate you pointing those things out.
Excellent. You know, we really got to update certain behaviors.
Understood.
I'll be back next time, I guess.
All right, thank you.
And you see, now we're going to go to the... She was able to also further inquire, right, in the memos.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I had to leave before executive session was over. I did receive some FOIA responses with complaints filed against Jennifer. As you can see, I had to go ahead and white out on my own their personal information because some of these contact us complaints left the name, email, phone number, address, and their comments for me to see.
Alrighty, so the people redressed. There might have been a bootlicker that sent an email and said, "Oh, we want to buy the clerk a beer because she gave her the cold shoulder," right? She said her request was frivolous. Now let's show you the third revisit, the final item here. Okay, good. So we showed the first one, the attitude from the employee, the non-compliance, felonious concealment of public record, right? We showed felony from the employee, the first visit. We showed the second visit, which is the council meeting attorney acknowledging and twisting things. Oh, we added additional items. No, you had nothing from the beginning. So we showed that. Now the third item is just going to show the result, right? The actual win. So here we are getting into the third item. And like I said, this we need to clone auditors like that. You know, they gotta be on all 4 regions, north, south, east, and west. Right? Okay, let me see the total number. Anytime you walk through the door, you want to see the money. Right? You want to see the purpose, the organizational chart. You want to see the contact information. Hey, you want to redress? Oh, you got 3 minutes during the Open Meetings Act. No, you could inquire during normal business hours. Right? You just need access to the roster. That's withheld. So, what Accountability Angel is bringing for the table is accountability towards these state jurisdiction, you know. And here's the third revisit.
Welcome, everyone. You may remember Jennifer Spratt, the city clerk in Oglesby, Illinois. It didn't go too well my first time there, but in this video, we do have Jennifer's redemption. She and Commissioner Cullinan worked together to be compliant with Section 4.
And like I said, salute to her for becoming better, even if it might be fake compliance. It's better. You know what I'm saying? Salute overall. The community ended up working with the citizen, you know, and it's good faith. That just sets a seed, very beginning seed right there. And now it opens access. It informs the inquirer or the person walking through the door of what FOIA is about, in an effort to inform them and educate them on inquiring further into the government's doings. You know, but instead that stuff is concealed and withheld. An employee got a good disdain. Nah, look, this is the visit here, revisit.
And she remained professional for my entire visit. Check it out. We're back outside of the Oglesby, Illinois City Hall, home of Jennifer Spratt. We are here to conduct a Section 4 compliance check. Word on the street, which I saw some of it, is they do now have the compliance corner. I don't believe it's fully compliant, but we're going to check. Here's all the fun stuff going on. Hello. Well, number one, I have these FOIA requests I would like to turn in. Okay. And if I could get it like a copy saying that they were received.
Okay. So I'm new here, so I don't know much about this. So let me see how far we got.
I gotcha.
So let's start with this. I'll make a copy and then I'll just break that in.
We have a newbie.
See how this employee did something so reasonable. She said she's new. She said she's not sure, but she said she'll make a copy. That's the beautiful thing. Immediately when a customer, you as a government employee, a customer hands you a piece of paper, you should run to the fax scanner to make a copy regardless, with no question. Oh, would you like a copy of this? You should have data on what they have in their hand. You should have knowledge on what they're bringing forth to you as a government. Instead, the employees want to deflect every time and not accept. So salute to this particular employee for saying, okay, let me go ahead and make a copy and figure this out, right? Let's figure this out. She could have huffed and puffed, the employee. She could have had an attitude or say, this is not Kinko's, right? She could have done all that, but she didn't. She chose to do a reasonable item. Let's continue watching.
I haven't used that term in so long. Okay. So what time is it? 11:50. I hated to come right about lunchtime, but how long have you worked here for?
Since March.
Oh.
But I don't really do this part of the job, so let's see.
Hey, you are today, huh?
Well, we'll see how far we get. Okay, I'll put my, is this how you turn them in too, or do you fill out a form?
Yeah, you guys
probably
do
know
have
more than I
a
do.
form, but you don't have to use the form.
Okay, so
So-
you want me just to hang on to these?
Yeah, those.
Okay.
She's a nice employee, isn't she?
If those are what you're keeping, that's your
Okay.
official FOIA from me, I
Okay,
guess.
got it.
Do you have a designated FOIA officer here?
I don't know the answer to that.
Like,
I don't know
for-
if it's our city.
For example, Jennifer would be your
Right.
designated one.
Oh, how important is it of a customer to come bring awareness to a new employee that has no knowledge of that, to become knowledgeable of that? You know, this is good community work between the employee and the customer.
Are you the designated?
Patty and I both are.
All right, there you go. Patty and Jennifer both are.
Okay.
See, so then Candace came from the back. She said, oh yeah, Patty and Jennifer are. And now they're moving along. They're moving along. However, now the item is up on the wall, right? If it was in a conspicuous space, which it is, Angel would have seen it on the wall and it would have said, hey, the name of the FOIA officer that works here, whether they're on lunch, on vacation, wherever, off clock, on clock, their name is here, conspicuous, easily be seen without any back and forth. time saving from both parties. Compliance is met with, right? Efficiency is delivered.
I had some questions for your designated FOIA officer to point me in the direction of some things I don't see out here.
What are you looking for so we can give you a hint?
Well, a short summary of.
And you see, I like now what the employee is saying. The employee now, salute to her for changing and complying. The employee now didn't rush to assume what Angel was looking for. The employee could have rushed and said, oh yeah, we're up now, we're in compliant. But she said, nah, now she's listening further. So salute to Angel for actually making this employee listen with her ear instead of brush things off. You know what I'm talking about? So salute to her, man. Overall, this is a success story. And you folks would learn from patriarch like Accountability Angel.
Your purpose. You do have your block diagram. I noticed that.
Did it? I'm going to come around if that's okay. I just want to take a look. I think on the block diagram,
Surrounded it with color pictures.
the block diagram, we do have our purpose.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. So now let's get this straight here. That's it. It's over. I should shut down the entire video. The message has been conveyed. Right? That's it. It's over. Now let's get this straight. What you guys see on the screen is the same thing that took that employee 10 minutes last time to read out loud. Now it's finally complied with. It's finally displayed. Any member of the public has the accessibility to that, whether they stumble on the wall and read these things and become informed. They now see an organizational chart. Now a customer, senior citizen, or whoever, 7 foot tall, would look at that bulletin and they would see an organizational chart that says the word FOIA. The hundreds of thousand customers that are going to walk through those doors in the next 10 years, in the past 10 years, they never seen the word FOIA there. Never, ever. It was concealed for the past 40 years. Here comes next day for the next 10 years because of Angel's work. They're going to stumble on these things. They may stumble on these things and become informed of what FOIA is as a constituent, as a customer, resident, But here's the good deal, that the legislation, they want to rewrite FOIA and they want to say, nah, now the public body could take those items off and shred. They're giving them permission to destroy access to these records from Section 5 in person. They're contradicting their own FOIA in 2026. But we'll chat about that at a later time because there's something more to it. But here it is. It's just the name of this video that Angel's showing us. Major win. That's it. It shows the employee before acted felonious with disregard. Her intention was clear. Second portion, they confirmed that Angel was totally in the right. They came in compliance. And the third revisit shows that. It establishes that. And it rewrites the attitude of all employees. When a customer walks through the door, you can't give them the runaround. Oh, you could give anybody the runaround, but not Angel. She knows better. Have everybody else stand in line A except for Angel. This is disturbing. But here's the moral of it. Now, how fun is it going to be when, when we actually inform ourselves and know the power of FOIA? And when I say fun, this means that you're well-spirited, you're coming from good faith, good intention, right? So this is why we got to salute people like Accountability Angel. We're going to continue watching a little bit more of this video, and if you guys have any question or feedback, please leave it in the comment section.
Oh,
It's just on there.
Okay, yeah, really, I didn't read down there. I just saw the diagram. Do you also have Your total amount of operating budget, I believe I saw that, right? Okay, let me mark that so I don't get confused here.
Yeah, she said, mm-hmm. The clerk said, mm-hmm, and pointed 2 clicks on the board. But I wanted to hear that number out loud.
So yes, you got that. Your number and location of all your separate offices.
Yep.
And you see now, look, she just said, where is your number of location and separate offices? The well-respected employee, the clerk, she said, yup, in a courteous body language. She said, yup, like knowledgeable. It's right here. So what is she pointing at? She's pointing at 4 other addresses. She's pointing at 4 other addresses associated with this city, the work doings of this city. Angel is now bringing the light to hundreds of thousands of customers that will now know that these people have a golf arena, these people have a fitness center, these people have a yada 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 yada. This is just one of 9 of the items, what I'm saying, you know. And the thing is, it's easily accessible. It's not something hidden between the website under scrolls or subfolders, or take you time to seek out 9 items. No, man, this is something that's actually right there in full and complete information for anybody to walk in and see. The only thing they should put up there is like a Santa Claus that sit down a Santa Claus for the season and say something, have him speak in a robot voice, say, oh, point with his finger, the FOIA section is right there, my children, go read that, for the all the people walking through the door. Here's the FOIA section. Instead, the legislator wants to say, nah, take that board down, further conceal from that board. Let's continue watching.
Is that one on there too?
Yep, it has all of ours with the separate numbers.
Perfect. I knew we were going to be on a better foot here, Jennifer. I had faith in you. Okay, what about I noticed you did have like department heads, I think it was, but your approximate number of full and part-time employees, was that up there?
So what we did was we actually just put everybody. We have everyone's everything on here. So
okay, so it appears that they actually put a full roster. What the actual law says is that you need the total amount. You just need 1 sentence. You don't need a full roster, 2-page, 3-page roster. You need just the 1 sentence. We got 25 FT, which is full-time, and we got 4 PT part-time. Just that line got to be up. So, but this is good faith though, man. This is real good faith. But it couldn't take the entire council or FOIA officer to figure that out. They had to throw a full roster up there and still not comply with that item. That's a question. You need full compliance, right? Because FOIA is asking, it's granting you access to full and complete information. So if they claim this is a requirement but it's not given, then this means they're lacking their duty, and it has to be full. That's all. But this is why people like Angel have a checklist with the 9 or 10 items on it to help the public body come in compliant. She check off everything. Okay, she got 9. They got 8 items up. She has 8 slips up. Now there's 1 slip missing. She'll work with the government until they come compliant with that slip. This is not rocket science. This is just a start. This is a beginning for a better government from the likes and the customers and people like Accountability Angel.
that should have all of the information that you need.
Okay, would you be able to, just so we're fully compliant, so there's no gray area, maybe like put the approximate number
I for
on,
sure can. That's
even
not a
on
problem.
that?
See, and she said fully compliant. She's using the key language, FOIA language, from the actual law. This is not her opinion. She's reading out of the article.
That's not a problem at all.
Okay, and then do that.
Hey,
And then your board and
Thank you, Thomas, 1887 from Norway. I find auditing content fascinating.
Mission, or, you know, the city attorney and stuff that operates in an advisory capacity.
The funny thing is that I don't know why the employee went back there 3 or 4 times, but no, she had her checklist. She's checking off the checklist.
Is that up there?
Yeah, that should all yeah, that should all actually be on. I believe this one here has everybody on the different committees and all the different things that they do.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be on there as well.
Okay, we'll count that. And I believe you had the address on there where the FOIA requests could go, right?
Yep, on the top there we have a full thing that explains under our FOIA here. It has our officers, the location, and we actually included because Lori and Chief Margus are also FOIA people
For the PD.
For the police, so they're on here as well. And we did put the kind of not rules, but the rules that we expect people when they put FOIA in, just, you know, to be more specific. And
Yeah, it does make things easier. And we had the address. And did you have the Section 6 fees
Yep, they are on there.
on the FOIA one?
Yep. It should say where beyond 50, there's a 15-cent per charge.
Okay, well, that is excellent. Let me see. I don't see anything, for example, like if I need a flash drive or something, or a CD, like that type maybe, so I don't know if maybe we could add that. Because that would be like that's one that I've had to pay for often.
Yeah, we can look into that and see what our specific, if we actually do that. I know that you can, but some places don't.
Okay, and then I actually had a separate question about the website, but is any more added to the website?
Actually, if you go, and I'm sorry I can't really show you, but when you go on the, just because of the way the layout is, but I'll turn it so you can see the best you can. If you go on our website, let's get to it. And then if you go under City Council, I believe is where we have it. Nope. I know it's on here somewhere. I just have to remember exactly where we put it. It's under transparencies. There we go, under government. So once you go to transparencies here, we have it set up so it actually pops up everything that you could need with just one click.
Oh, perfect.
Yep, and it has your transparency list. So all the things that you have on your list, you pop into that, and it actually is all in there together.
Awesome.
Yep.
Oh.
And then and it just keeps going. I didn't figure you needed me to show all of it.
No.
And then same thing with where'd it go? Same thing. It has employee compensation, employee benefits. Our audit is on there. Appropriations, wage ordinances. Right now, the union contract is not in there because we are in negotiations, and that's the only reason.
Okay.
But other than that, everything's on there.
Oh, that looks pretty good. Do you know if it comes up, say, from, like, a lot of us go from our phones?
Yep, it should come up without any problem on your phone.
I will say I'm pretty impressed with that. I do have a question about the November 17th meeting. When I was on my phone just before I came here, I was looking for a whole different reason because previously it showed me, I think it said like the agenda was like the December 2nd one, I think it was attached to it. But now when I click it, it just says it doesn't exist or something, like it's just gone completely.
It may
Even
just,
though,
it
so I
probably
didn't know.
just happened was it's a broken link that we needed to get fixed. Every so often, Austin or I will go through and just make sure that everything.
So now, a month later, she's acknowledging that there was a broken link on her website. So they had a broken link. They didn't even have full and complete information in person at the time or online. Good. But go ahead and continue. Good for them.
When you click the link, it comes up as it should. So yeah.
Good for them because now it's fixed. Now Accountability Angel, she did service. She got to be compensated for that service.
Looks like the link is just broken, and I can go through and fix that.
Okay, awesome. For your boards and commission and such, is there a way to, I guess the sheet you have it on is great, but is there a way for it to be like me, I went up and looked and still didn't even realize like, oh, that was it. Is there a way to like highlight it or just put that that's what it is? Like who oversees you guys, things like
Yeah,
that?
for sure. That's not a problem at all.
Okay. Well, you did pretty good. I'm going to make a few notes. I don't know if you want to take a copy just for the things I've
that would be
learned
great.
about.
And then we can get those things fixed.
Steel mill, you're asking the wrong question, my friend, about attitude adjustment. No, that's a good question, but that's second. The first question is, did they become fully compliant? They don't want to be felonious, felony, concealment. So the first question was, did she get compliant? The second one question is, attitude or just ethical. You know?
I will say you've done way better. I'm proud of you.
Did you guys see that? But it's wonderful. It is a wonderful thing that good faith always wins. Honesty always wins. This is a major win, like she said in her video. Honesty will always win. Look how bad faith has to come to light sometime, and it has to turn itself around, right? Because that employee was coming in very bad faith, and anybody who thinks that was good or right of an employee to feloniously perform, those are the people who are need to really find truth and honesty in themselves. The employee now, by how I'm looking at the body language of this employee, my opinion is that she is so pissed off, right? She is heated. But think about it. Why is she heated? If she had just complied at the beginning, she wouldn't have been in this position. If she has just responded reasonable in a calm manner, she could have not been in this position. If the employees just said at the time, you know what, thank you for bringing this to our attention. Yeah, sure, check back with us in a week or so. She could have just took it that way. But instead, the employee chose to act in that fashion and just reminded the viewers that this is not just one employee that does this. This is thousands of employees that do these. But in the end of the day, yeah, sure, thousands of auditors capture thousands of employees and non-compliant, but them thousands of auditors and them thousands of employees, sometimes there's no progress to that. Here you got Patreons like Accountability Angel, she's bringing change right now, and she's bringing that change before it has to use up judicial economy. So that's an intelligent thing that she's doing. She's working with local government to bring forth that change without you wasting additional resources using the courts, right? So this is an intelligent thing that she's doing as an auditor, as a patriot. And like I said, this is wonderful. So whoever doesn't see this for what it truly stands for, then this is the topic that has to be pushed and encouraged. But instead you have to you still have to inquire. No, I think what the employee realized is that she has to attend to the customer's inquiry. I keep saying customer. She has to attend to the inquirer's inquiry. She can't. What the employee learned today is she can't just churn her back like last time, right? You got a predator online who's cherishing this employee for churning her back. He would never show the actual successes because he wants to twist his own followers, keep them stupid and dumb. and they're watching now. They won't even acknowledge that, right? But you see, this is the thing about it, though, is that this is only a ratio, 50-50 ratio. 50% of the employees in the state act like this non-compliant. In the end, they show that they were wrong and embarrassed. The other 50%, nah, they're compliant, or they're willing to work with the person without putting on a show. So this is what will keep auditing living on forever, is that FOIA is intended to keep the people in question with what the functionalities are of local government and government at all levels. Without access to the FOIA Act, you have people that don't know of. And even with the FOIA Act, you have people that don't act and remain in the state without noting what's up, what's really up. So Angel, she's just planting a seed now by giving the people that don't know an ability to possibly stumble and find out what FOIA is all about. She's setting them up for knowledge. The employees typically, they wouldn't know what their purpose is because they never seen it or read it. Angel now just put it up on the wall, which gives these employees that work for the city every morning when they walk in there with coffee to possibly stumble on their purpose and read their purpose. Accountability Angel, she's promoting transparency with the staff. She's promoting staff and the citizens to know what's up. You see? But then you got defalcators on the back line. They want to try to conceal this truth. They want to try to hide this truth from you because they are of bad faith, right? They are of bad faith. They are of felonious material, actually. When you look at the statute, they are doing felony. That's not something to giggle and jiggle. That's something to show pattern and practice throughout many years to eventually hold the party accountable. Now let's continue watching here. But salute to this town for doing a three-piecer. Now we need to go check the next town, right? Now with these people, good. Now they put up their item. Okay, good. Now, you have a copy of the item. We'll do an inquiry into those items in an attempt to be more informed and further into the accounts.
I love how you guys named it too. That was kind of, I don't know that anybody has done that.
Commissioner Cullinan. He spent some time doing that.
He seems like a pretty decent guy.
He's a very good guy.
Yeah, but I think you got everything else.
Perfect.
Right,
and I'll take a copy of that, and then we'll just get those couple things updated for you.
That would be awesome. I greatly appreciate it.
See, and imagine if the visit would have been just like that. Here comes a customer, it could take 10 seconds. Customer comes in with a paper in her hand. She says she has a FOIA. FOIA officer says, oh, sure, I'll take a copy of that. We'll get it out to you in 5 days. She hands her a copy, and within under 1 minute, under 60 seconds, the encounter is finished. Why? Because the employee had good body language on her, a good smile, courteous act, compliant. She had 4 elements. So the entire interaction happened under 10 minutes, right? Instead, they want to drag things out and show themselves off as a receipt of felonious behavior. Good for them. But this is why people learn and shit like that, because there's teachers out there like Accountability Angel, and salute for the ones that learned about it. But me as a watcher, I don't think I'm satisfied in how they treated Accountability Angel and they just put up the items. Me as a watcher or a concerned citizen, I don't think I'm satisfied in that just enough. I might want them to say, nah, write a letter acknowledging Angel. Don't just say a few good words that fly. Nah, maybe you should write, the city hall should write her a letter saying Accountability Angel, beyond that, here goes a seal. You know what I'm talking about? You brought transparency forward towards this public body. Maybe this is good faith to help you in the foreseeable future to run for office. You might be the clerk, which is the big boss. You know what I'm talking about? You might be the clerk of the town. So here from good faith, the attorneys, and they endorse that, and they write a seal for Accountability Angel as, this is what I might be satisfied with. But right now, on that fake smile and stuff like that, fake courteous, yep, it's here and here and here. This is good. Like I said, it's a good start, but it still has to be in writing. So let's go ahead and continue on here. But then again, that's my opinion, and if that was the opinion of the viewers, like, oh no, you know, this gonna set precedents, the viewers gonna say. We acknowledge that this is not just happening with Accountability Angel or in one city hall. This is happening upon thousands of city halls. So nah, we need you folks to start printing out these seals. We need, you know, it's very beneficial, and it's unheard of, really. It's better for people to stay for not even paying close attention, and to keep all these records concealed. That should be the goal, to keep people without data.
Yes, okay. They did have it down here. I just didn't really read it. For some reason.
No, Steve, I told you what they did with DOJ. They said, oh shit, we like audit them. We like how he's holding and getting results. They said they're going to form that type of idea. But, like I said, if the other auditors, the big boy channels, they're too busy, just let's send an email. I'll read the FOIA law for their audience, for their state. We'll assign an auditor. If not that, we'll assign an auditor from each one of the 50 states to cover their FOIA in 2026 language. I already personally on my channel, I read 7 states: West Virginia FOIA, Chapter 552 Texas, Chapter 149 Ohio, I read that. 119 Florida, I read that on my channel. Michigan's weak code, Indiana's weak code. We read a bunch, but not enough. We have to cover all 50 states FOIA. We have to read that aloud for our viewers. And this is in an effort to have the people be more informed of what's really going on and access to full and complete information. You know, without these type of conversations, people are doing challenges and, you know, things like Rogue Nation says people are watching Keeping Up with the Kim Kardashian. Nah, man, the thing that they gotta do, challenges FOIA. This is the topic that they're going to be putting on blast, spam, on billboards, white billboard, FOIA, 4 letters, 800, you know, whatever. This is the language, because people now have to have a group chat. People have to come together, inquire into FOIA. Where does it start at? It starts with the conversation, with the thought. And when you know where's the number, where's the what is it called? Miscellaneous number. What does miscellaneous mean? You don't know until you narrow down. But this is very deep, man, and this is why there's good faith folks out there like the Patriarch Accountability Angel, and we've learned so much from this 3 series. Let's continue watching the rest of this, and if you guys will go check out the full work on her channel. And hopefully the big channels will get this message out there.
And this new phone was supposed to be like awesome, but really I don't like the way it shows up like words on it. I did have one last. Okay.
Sorry about that.
You're all good. I did notice. I don't remember if I told you or Austin or both of you, but for one of the that's what I did. I put it in my video for one of the FOIA requests about like complaints. I received somebody's address and cell phone number or whatever phone number. Can we kind of not do that?
Yeah, so usually what the FOIA says is we may block those out. I do usually try to do phone numbers for sure. Email addresses, that's kind of hit and miss.
Yeah, the email, yeah.
Yeah. But I will double check that to make sure next time, because it must have just slipped through. I know Austin, Commissioner Cullinan had said when he was getting stuff ready, he had used a program that did that, and then when he shared it, it didn't actually end up blocking out people's numbers. So
Yeah, you gotta
so
double check.
Yeah, so we'll double check and make sure that.
Okay, yeah, because my only big thing is you guys really got to be kind of on it with that, because I have personally, not here, but I've received people's socials from police departments, because they ask them and they just give it. I mean, I know you guys may or may not have them, but it's kind of a big deal. I could be any weirdo.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I think you did great. I mean, I think you covered everything, so I'll give you that.
Awesome.
I appreciate
And
your.
we'll get those couple of things fixed. So.
Okay, now here goes the people watching the people watching Accountability Angel followers. They're saying, oh no, they sent an email to the city hall. No, city hall, yeah, we're grateful and thankful that you guys became in compliance, but we're still not satisfied. We like you guys maybe to write a letter to Angel from your mayor sign off or your attorney that says, oh no, all this in writing. She deserves that. Accountability Angel deserves that gesture. She deserves that good faith, because that was uncalled for how they had to treat her like that, and then later comply by just saying, words over a mic. Nah, words over a mic, thank you. That might not be satisfying for her watchers. They might need something, a seal for her in writing. So when that type of mindset from the viewers that watch this genre, that's what affect change right there. When the mindset of these people are like this, so hey, we could keep getting these results and acknowledged in writing, because that's what could be used as an instrument in the court of law to bring forth notice of authenticity of facts, real certified paperwork acknowledging that, hey, these citizens, this is the duty of the people. So you see, this is what we need to push here. Now when we have big guys like SJ, Rogue Nation, JC, the big channels, they cover this three-piece, and then they influence the city hall to write up a piece of paper that says, hey, Accountability Angel, here's certified paperwork, we salute you, we think you're a patriarch, whatever, thank you for this assistant. This is a beautiful ticket right here. This is moving forward, right? Not only did these folks comply, but they're acknowledging her. So basically, these are the type of impact news articles that we need to start here. Oh, journalist citizen from Kenosha, Wisconsin, journalist citizen from Nevada, journalist citizen from New Erie, right? Went in City Hall, corrected City Hall. They acknowledged him by giving him a seal, right? Yeah, he brought something to their attention that they were lacking thereof. So now the community, the people that are watching and following, they're following up for a result in the end. And if we're able to get a result before judicial economy, if we're able to get something like this, this is a great blessing. This is the steps of the auditing in the community, how it got to be arranged to make change, man. There has to be results, right? It doesn't necessarily, sure, results come from court, but they could come before court too, before litigation, and that's the spirit of it. That's what the courts want you to do. Resolve these things before it gets to court. Here's what the intelligent Accountability Angel just performed. Now imagine 10 of those scenarios that happened within the last month. That'll be the topic of call. Right, 10 citizens, a guy from South Illinois went in and inquired, and now they wrote him a seal and a slip, right? But what was the city hall at fault of? Well, they were concealing their purpose, concealing their budget, How many years were they hiding these records? 40 years. And here comes a citizen. These are the things that have to be in conversation in the queue, right? This is No, it's not about keep them busy, Steve Mill. It's the duty of the people to monitor government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest. If that's not taking place, then anything other than that could be taking place. The unknown could be felonious, right? And you might be paying part of that, taking part of something off if it's not checked. Here comes a strong hold or a strong patriarch like Accountability Angel who came and put a hold on that stuff. Right? She put a hold. They had to sit around an entire council, nod their head. Right? Stop resisting. What up, though? So this is the conversation that will continue to be conveyed, is that there's strategy behind a better government or a better people, or whatever, good faith overall, overall, man, but between all parties, it got to be speak about wins, speak about successes, speak about good faith production, instead of the employee's attitude of anger, destruction. Have you removed, trespassed? That's an evil spirit that got to be checked. And when you check it with a result, and some of these defalcators acknowledge that in writing, oh my God, that shows you something very powerful. When these folks certify under perjury that they harmed you, right? But this is what's used to continue on and let the future generations know of what's really the truth when you have these type of seals and these type of things happening. So salute to the Patriarch Accountability Angel, man. I'm telling you, she's doing this. Somebody once in the comment section says Jesus Christ was a FOIA auditor. Somebody said that in the comment section. And just like a picture has 1,000 words, I believe that comment or quote has 1,000,000 words to it, or 1,000,000 thoughts. He said Jesus Christ was a FOIA auditor. Now think about what Accountability Angel, her that entire 3-piece scandal, right? What walk was she walking? Was she walking the walk of Christ, the walk of honesty, the walk of faithfulness, the walk of truth? Was that the walk of this government employee at that time, the first time, to say conceal, felonious, turn her back, belittle her, say fuck bitch? Was that of Jesus' walk? Who was walking of Jesus' walk at that walk? Was it Angel acting like a FOIA auditor? And what did Angel bring about this scenario? She brought in produce. She brought in fruit of transparency. She brought in a tree. The leaves resemble those pages on the wall of honesty. Right? This makes a lot of sense between these two parties. There's somebody that was bringing in good faith, and that was somebody that was supposed to have good faith, but instead performed like vice versa.
Well, I'm be all done.
Awesome. I appreciate it. You take care of yourself. It was nice to see you.
Have a good holiday.
Hey, you too. We're trying. Well, Jennifer did great this time. I'll give her that. I gotta get my life in order over here, though. I feel like I'm gonna need a bigger binder. Okay. Sorry. Alrighty. That about it. The message is over. The message is clear that, her channel got to be filled with this type of content. Public press, his channel got to be filled with this type of content. My channel got to be filled with this type of content. When you look at my about section, it's filled with this type of content.
belligerent, felonious conduct from the public employee in turn to do what's right. They sit behind closed doors or an open meeting saying, no, we have to comply. Right? This should be already like that. It shouldn't have been. It shouldn't be government employees as adults showing themselves off to be such bad faith in the end to show themselves off in contradictory. Not all, but there's many. So when we scale that between the ones that are actually complying with the law, salute to them. Those are the type of people you want to, work with and vote for. So this is what my channel displays, half and half of compliant versus non-compliant. This is what Accountability Angels channel got to be filled with, results. This is what Public Press got to be filled with, results. Joe Cool got to be filled with, results. Then 2026, this is what we need, seals. No results from public bodies, we need acknowledgement, we need correction, we need seal. No problem. This is what we got to keep stacking up on 2026. And the legislation, they want to work around, and they want to do things behind closed curtain. They want to withhold and further conceal, right? But if they're doing that against God will, because God says, no, you got to be intelligent like Accountability Angel. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. The one who encourages you to audit them.